What is good, everybody, man? Welcome back into the Bluebloods, man. Continuing our FCS player spotlight for the 2023 season. We have one of my favorite recruits that is coming to the FCS. My guy Zamariyon Kendall is with us today. 3-star Mississippi Valley State running back. I was doing some research. My guy is the highest rated recruit to ever sign with Mississippi Valley State since recruiting rankings came out straight out of that Memphis area, man. Zamariyon, appreciate you coming on the show, man. How does it feel to be able to say Mississippi State running back behind your name now, man?
Man, thank you for having me. And it feels great just to finally find a home and know what my future has for me. And I've just been praying and asking God to lead me to where He think I should be. And it took some time, man. I just took my head down and grind, and it just feels great to have the Mississippi Valley behind my name. And I just want to do what's best, whatever for the team. So I'm just ready to get to it.
It's always interesting. I was looking back through your recruitment. I mean, you held FBS offers, you were taking visits to SEC schools. You were really highly recruited in the state of Tennessee. At one time, was the number one running back in the state of Tennessee in the 2023 recruiting class. What made Valley the place for you? Was it just they got in your recruitment early? Was it the relationships? Kind of walk us through your thinking and why you decided to sign with Mississippi Valley State.
The reason I decided to sign Mississippi Valley State was because I did pick up a lot of those bigger offers when I was like freshman, sophomore, even up to a junior. And I kind of like waited it out and was looking at a lot of the schools and taking a lot of the visits. And I just wanted to see all the schools before I thought about committing to anything. And being looking at most of the schools, some schools, some coaches may have left, and some coaches they seen me leave Henry County and I didn't have my junior film, and it kind of made them shaky because they didn't know the full situation. But when I told them, they were all cool with it, but most of them already picked up another recruit, and most of them had really just like left. So when it come down to it, I had about three schools that I wanted to go to, and some schools were like trying to get me to walk on, and I was just like, not really. And me and Coach Gant, Amir Gant, he actually had coached me at Lausanne before, and he had offered me at Valley, and I just thought about it, and I talked to my dad about it, and I was just like, have a great relationship with Coach, and then I went down to visit, and after I visited, I was just like, I like this. I like it being a D1 school, and then it's an HBCU, and it's not really big, it's smaller, so having to do with class and everything, I feel like I'd be able to talk to my teachers more, have a closer relationship with my teachers, and then just do what I was supposed to do at this school, and it's just an opportunity. I just needed the opportunity, and that's just like I liked it, and I was like, I'm all in.
I really do like how you talked, a little bit about the family, the more family atmosphere about, class sizes. I mean, because listen, man, I went to a bigger school. Being in that class of 350 kids, man, there's no relationship with the professors or anything like that. You don't get that one-on-one time. So I do think that is a big factor when you look at the HBCU movement, man. You've seen a lot more higher ranked recruits. I mean, we saw 5 stars, 4 stars, yourself with the 3-star number one player in your state at a position all decide to sign with HBCUs. How much did that movement influence your decision?
Um, it helped, but not really. It was more of like the opportunity. I'm glad I got the opportunity, but being HBCU, I was just like it makes it even more exciting because I can learn just a little bit more. And with a lot of those players going to HBCUs, I literally love that, and I'm just like, hey, I can be one of the players to represent the HBCU, and I'm just ready to get after that.
A lot of guys talk about the bond they create with their recruiting class, and you hear guys take that leadership role. You guys signed a class of 30 guys this year, which is a lot of
Yeah.
recruits coming in at one time. What is the bond like between you guys, and what's the relationship like? And do you guys all have one mindset in terms of we're going to be the class to come in under head coach Wade and turn this thing around at Valley?
Talking to a lot of guys, we had a Zoom yesterday. Matter of fact, talking to a lot of the guys in my class, we all got Snapchats and all that. And most guys come from Memphis. So talking to them, they do have a lot of personality on them, just like me myself. And we all got the mindset of want to be able to turn this program around, like because we know what's ahead of us and we know what people say about Valley and everything. So right now we just ready to grind and get to it. Like if it was up to all of us, we'll be up there right now. But we got to finish and graduate. But yeah, a lot of us is ready to get to it and we're ready to work together with the guys that's already there and along with our recruiting class. We're ready to just push each other and get to it.
What is your personal timeline? Are you gonna get there this summer? Do you have a month and, like, a move-in date already scheduled?
Yes, really. First they told us they want us to get down in like July, but talking yesterday, they want us to get down there probably June the 1st. But it's all you gotta play it, work out, see how it's going. We all graduate May 23rd, like so
Yeah.
it's close.
Yeah, that's a big turnaround, man. That college move-in is just different because, like, packing up your
Yeah,
whole life to move to another state, man. I've done it once. I can't imagine, but, we
yeah,
talked a little bit before the show. My guy, Coach Wyatt Anderson, that's my dude. I've known him since he was over at SEMO. We've had him on the show. He talked really highly about you. What is he like behind the scenes with his running backs in his room, man? I know his personality, so I can only imagine what the meetings are
yeah.
gonna be like. But what was he like in terms of on your visit and getting to know him through this process?
Getting to know him when I first talked to him, it was after I talked to Coach again. He called me and he was just like, "Yeah, I seen where you texted me before," but he was like, "I was at SEMO and stuff like that," and he was like, "Whenever Coach brought me your film, he was like, I can't believe I didn't see it, like I didn't come across it." And him behind the scenes is just like is not he's very transparent, and I love people like that. And he's like how I have the personality, he has the same thing, and he's just a cool guy. Like other than being your coach, he's just like a cool guy to be around. I love it. I know that during the season we're gonna have a great relationship, and it's gonna be very strong. And I know he's gonna get on my tail when he needs to, and that's what I love. Like he just he seems like an electrifying guy. And he's gonna be an electrifying coach, and that's what we need.
When I saw they brought him on the staff and I look at the recruiting class in terms of running back with yourself and a handful of other guys, I was like, man, I already know what Coach Anderson is going to do. But another new face, head coach Kendrick Wade comes in first season replacing head coach Dancy at Valley. He's a legend at the school, man. Has been as a player, a coach. Now he's running the program. What is your conversations with him been like? And I guess with the limited experience that you're not on campus yet, what can you tell me about Coach Wade and how he interacts with the team and players?
Coach Wade, he's ready for all of us to get down. He's excited just as well as us because it's like it's a new thing for him because he's the head coach. So he's like he wants us to all buy into it, and he's just ready for us to get down and work. When he talks to us on the Zoom, he just tells us all the base things that we need to know, and he sits back and he's more calm, and he lets Coach Wyatt take care of all the bigger things. But I can tell I like how he is because I know that he's gonna like be on us. And coach, he's just more of a down to earth type of guy. And he tells us he wants to get down there and ready to work with us. Not too much he can really say to us because we know we're not there yet. But yeah, I talked to him on the FaceTime and everything like the day that I signed, and it's just not too much can be said. But I'm ready to get down there, man, coach.
When I talked to Coach Anderson, he said it's going to be an open battle at every position, but especially the running back position. What is your goal, man? Are you expecting to come in true freshman, earn that number, that RB1 role, or are you just looking to like what are your personal goals as soon as you get on campus, man? And what's your mindset going into this position battle as a true freshman?
Uh, being the true freshman, of course, any freshman running back coming in, being the freshman running back of the year, SWAC running back of the year, that's all everyone wants to do that. But I don't go into it looking at just that. I look at it seeing what can I do for the team that make us better. Whether it's me being on the field being that number one running back, pushing the team, doing what I'm supposed to do, or being the practice running back, having to do make our starting defense better. So I'm looking at it as what can I do to help Mississippi Valley State us become better, and that's how I look at it. And I'm gonna push myself to, of course, try to get the number one spot. But if I don't, I'm just gonna work every day to work up to that and do what I need to do, whatever coach asks me to do.
Man, that is an amazing answer. The fact that you were like, man, I don't even care if I got to contribute on the scout team, special teams, man. Just put me somewhere, man. I'm gonna contribute. I love that. But I've seen your film, and we talked a little bit about my takeaways, Coach Anderson's. But for someone who has never seen you play, how would you describe your running back style?
Okay, I like that question because a lot of people that that watch football don't really watch football. They look at it like you got a big back and a small back, and I don't put myself with the small backs, and I don't put myself with the big backs because the small backs they're more just and they go. The big backs they take a lot of licks. Me, I put myself in the middle, and I kind of like my favorite running backs are Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, and I like to put that together. And me
Ooh.
personally, I like to I make people miss, but I also, if somebody in front of me, I can drop their shoulder and I can stiff arm you. And not only that, I can run routes out the backfield and I can line up and slot and run routes. So it's like I try to have all of that in one, and I'm just not trying to do too much of most. I like to just put it all together. That's the type of running back I am. I try to be more balanced in all type of the parts of the running back game.
I love how you describe that because I think, people also get caught up watching, highlight films more so than, like, game film sometimes, and so
Yeah,
it's like when I because I'll even tell you, like, watching your film, I saw, like you said, the you can run someone over, but also, I think the ability to make people miss in tight spaces is something that is so hard to teach, man. Because it's easy to make someone miss in the open field sometimes. You can
yeah,
do that, but when you're still in the box and you
and
got
you,
a lineman here and a lineman here, and you gotta make someone miss
yeah,
in like, they call it the phone booth, and man, if
yeah,
you do that, listen, that was my biggest takeaway from your film. I broke it down on the show, and that is so
thank
hard
you.
to teach.
Yes, sir.
I don't think people, uh, but looking at your game, man, pass catching for running backs has become so important, man. If you can't catch out the backfield, you can't, like you said, can't line up and slot, man, it limits your potential as a running back. How much do you practice being able to be kind of like your secondary skill set, being a receiving back because it's so important in today's game?
Um, this is gonna be very funny, but being in middle school, I played running back and I was a big running back. But when I started off as a receiver in middle school, but I had moved to running back because I got bigger, and I still was in love with receivers. So coming into high school, I was like, I want to be a receiver. And as a freshman, I played with the varsity as a receiver. And yes, I'm jumping up and I'm catching over like our senior guys. But when they put me at running back, my coach was just like, yeah, receiver's cool, but you just have a great vision there running back. And I was just like, you know what I'm saying? But when I started working more running back stuff, I was like, he's not lying, you know? And picking up my offers as a freshman, I was like, I do see this and I fell in love with running back. But I did play receiver, so they always split me back and forth, especially when I was at Henry County and Lausanne as well. But they will put me at receiver and running back. So I always never like just focus on one position. But me being a receiver first, I fell in love with like played with a lot of college guys that are in college right now that play receiver at bigger college, so they taught me a lot, and it really helped me. I practiced it a lot since I was a freshman, so yeah, I do it a lot. I can't even tell you how much.
Man, I like it, and you've already given me, your NFL comps, but I like to go. I was doing some research on you, man, trying to find what I could, and I was reading some articles, man, about how much drawing in your free time is a big thing for you, man. So I'll kind of want for people who might not know that, talk a little bit about how that came to be, and man, what do you like drawing, and how did that become such a big thing in your free time?
Me being younger, like I was in a small town, so it wasn't a lot to do. And if we weren't out doing like country stuff, like doing like the country stuff, we were I could sing and I used to sing and I used to draw. And me and my cousin, we would draw together and we would see who draw whatever the best. If you can't see behind me, that my cousin drew this for me. His name Tremere Perry. He drew
Oh
this for me when
wow.
my mom had passed. And it's like football pictures and stuff like that. But he drew that. But I got a few drawings and I don't know where I've set them. But I draw myself, and drawing like it puts me back in that little kid mind, it may take you back to the younger days. And this is like listening to music and just being to yourself and just drawing. It's like I don't know, it's the music part, and then the drawing is just like it's like an expression. It helps me express myself, and that's what I love about drawing.
Man, I tell you, that is one thing, I everyone's got their talent. That's one thing I wish I could do, because I love to, like, scribble and, like, kinda try to draw, but I struggle drawing stick figures, man. So anyone who can, like, really draw, like, man, props to you, and I love that, man. I love
Appreciate
that.
it.
But I read that, and I thought that was a unique thing, man, because I don't think a lot of people, especially athletes, they always stay in this, like, "I'm just an athlete mind. We're gonna
Yeah.
talk sports, sports, sports." But I wanted to kind of ask about that, and then looking at how you get ready for a game. I know when I was playing, man, I was so superstitious. My playlist had to be played in a certain order, had to wear certain things. How do you get ready for game days, man? What's your pregame routine?
I have the same playlist for every game, and with me is I'm not I've never been being where I come from. All the senior guys, they always like, hey, pay attention, you do this like this. So when it came to me, if I got the right music playing, what I do is I like to this might be TMI, but like everybody got that pregame restroom. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I do that, and then I get dressed and I sit in my locker and I just have my music on and I just be nodding my head and I just be to myself. And most of my teammates when they see me in that mode and I'm locked in, they know like yeah, don't even talk to him. Like he getting ready. And that's kind of how most of us are. But that's me. I listen to my music and I get the bob in my head and I get the feeling it. It's like I'm in that mode and it's like can't take me out.
We have to know, man, what's on the playlist. What artist you got on the playlist?
Most of my artists are really from Memphis, and you got Pooh Shiesty, you got Big 30, you got Big Walk Dog. A lot of people might not know Big Walk Dog, but it's like it's stuff people like that. And you got the older stuff that most people know, like Lil Baby Freestyle. You got Kodak Black, No Flocking, stuff like that. And one my favorite song on my playlist, I've been listening to this ever since I was in middle school through high school. I put the seniors on it when I got into high school. It's called Skrilla by Kodak, and like that song right there. You play that song right there. Yeah, that's a different mode of Z that you're gonna get.
I'm
But
gonna talk to Coach Anderson, man. I got to get Valley to play that over the loudspeakers and warm ups, man.
yeah,
Get the whole
yeah,
team together, man. Get y'all all fired up. But I always
yeah.
like asking this, man, because players are so honest about it, and DBs get thrown under the bus more than anybody. But how much trash talk do you do during the game? How big of a part of that is trash talking of your game?
It's not it's not super big. I've never been like I don't come off trash talking, but when people start trash talking to me, it makes I'm kind of crazy. Like it makes me laugh. And like I'm the type that when I'm running the ball, when I start getting hot, when I get tackled, like some of my it's a play that I could show you if we was like with each other, but it's been a play where I juke and I had jump over this guy and I hit the ground and I was like, whoa, let's go. And people look at me like when they talking stuff to me, it'd be like I just start smiling and laughing, like, "Come on, bro, let's play." And they don't like that; they hate that. But I do. I like to just my favorite thing. I just really just look at the linebacker before the play. I just look at the linebackers like, and I be smiling. And most of my mouthpieces they're like pacifiers, so it's like, well, "You're a baby."
I love
So
that, man. We
yeah,
got to get you a custom Valley mouthpiece, man, with
yeah,
the Valley colors and everything. But listen, I know there's probably gonna be some swag defensive backs listening to the. Oh, I love that, man. But
yeah.
there's gonna be some swag defensive backs that are probably gonna want to hear this one. But don't give away all your secrets. But one on one in the open field or in the hole, the number one mistake a defensive back or linebacker can make against you.
Don't dive, bro. Don't dive at me,
Oh
man.
man.
Do that. Don't dive at me, man. Cause I don't want to. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't dive. Don't dive, bro.
Because
Don't do
yeah,
that.
I'm assuming because I watched some highlights, man. I know you're going over them. If they get too low, you ain't afraid to get up there.
Yeah, and then it's like it's hard because like DBs, you can't don't they can't tackle me high either because they big. I'm bigger than them, so it's I don't know. They really got to catch me like not seeing them. Like,
You
but
got to catch
DBs,
it from behind and just
they
trip you.
got
That's the
yeah, they
DB
got it.
way.
Yeah, that's their way. And
Uh,
me playing
I
safety, I know like
I love it, man. Hey, I love the confidence too, man. But final question. What is your message, man, to all the Valley fans out there about what to expect from you and this team in the 2023 season?
man, Valley fans, us, this new recruiting class, this new Valley. I gotta say, time is now. Tune in. We gonna bring what we gotta bring, and we ready to just turn up for all y'all, and just want y'all to be there, and we gonna do our best. And y'all just bring the same energy, bring all that to the game, and we're gonna exert it on the field. So we ready.
Mm.
We ready to turn up for y'all. So that's all I got.
Man, I love it, man. Zamari, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. But like I told you earlier, about all about promoting the players. Let them know where they can find you on social media, contact you for NIL or any business opportunities, man, and any messages you want to give to the people, man. This time is yours.
Okay. Well, y'all can give me at Instagram at ZAMARIYONN Zamariyon. And all my rest of my social media is really my name because that's all you got me. And if you want to give me my email, Zamariyon1, just the number one at gmail.com. And other than that, thanks for having me. And, Valley Ball, we ready to go, man. That's all I got.
Man, I cannot wait for this guy to suit up for Valley this year, man. It's going to be a big year for the Delta Devils, man. My guy, Coach Anderson, my guy, Zamariyon, my guy, Coach Wade, going to do big things. But, guys, make sure to go follow Zamariyon on all social media. I promise you're going to see his name on some SWAC all conference lists and a lot of awards throughout his career. But, guys, for Zamariyon Kendall, for myself, and for the Blue Bloods, man, we are out for right now.